In today's video, I'm going to analyze the exponential moving average strategy that we applied on Bitcoin yesterday, but today on Ethereum. As you can see on the chart, I applied a blue exponential moving average, so an EMA of length, I believe, 100 or so. And the algo strategy that we apply today is very simple. This is the same as the one that we used yesterday. We just enter a long when the candlestick here in the daily time frame closes above the blue line. For example, here we would have entered a long at about $645 for ETH, and then the long trade would have been closed 2 days after the entry here on this big red candlestick when it closes below the blue line. So at about $617 here. So this is a long only strategy. We compound what we allocate to the strategy 100% each time in the long trade. We trade the spot market here to avoid the funding rates, which could be a bit high due to the potentially long durations of each long trade that we take with this kind of strategy. Indeed, for example, if you had entered here, for example, on March 19, you would have closed the trade in July 19. So you don't want to hold such a trade during a 4-month period. It's far too long for a futures trade. I think you would have paid a lot of fees for this. So now you know the strategy. Let's look at the results for Ethereum on the 4-hourly and the 2-hourly especially, because I really want a certain amount of trades, not 30 or so, which is what I get when I apply the strategy on the daily time frame. It's too few trades. I want more trades than that to get statistical significance, which is very important on this channel, as you know. So if you don't know, the goal of this channel is very simple. It's to gather the best strategies that are based on indicators typically, and sometimes we could combine some indicators to obtain even better strategies, and we look at the best numerical parameters to apply. For example, for this very strategy on the chart today, we look for the best length, the period length of the exponential moving average to get the highest performance possible. And then when we got this list of best strategies backtested over years of trading, we just trade a well-rounded portfolio of these strategies. The main goal of all this is to get a big machine of automated strategies like a robot trading that you can trade all the time, and also to get the best equity curve possible, like a growing account with the least risk possible, the least drawdown or drops in the equity curve of your portfolio value possible. Now let's take a look at the results. For example, here you can see in blue in the middle the equity curve of such a strategy applied to Ethereum. I think it's in 4 hours or so, and with a length of 100 or 120, I don't remember. And there is a lot of trades, as you can see on the top chart, with the green bands, which tells us that we were in a position at those times. There is a lot of green dots which indicate the entries and the closes of our trades, our long trades in this strategy. As you can see, the equity curve is quite good. Of course, there are some periods of drawdowns that are difficult to withstand, but overall the performance is very, very good, because we are talking about a 50x over this 7-year long backtest. Now let's take a look at the heat maps. So this one and the following one is about Bitcoin. This is the heat maps that I was presenting to you yesterday in yesterday's video. So just so you know, the best 4 hour here in blue, 4 hourly EMA length was about 200. Okay, so let's remember that for the 4 hourly. Now on Ethereum, you can see that the best exponential moving average period's length would be around maybe in all this bluer area. So you could take about any value in that area. It means that there is some kind of positive signal of positive performance within that area. So just don't take a value at the border of it, and not also the best one here for about 200, which may be, by the way, a signal that this famous 200 EMA in 4 hours would be one of the most used indicator for Ethereum maybe. But yeah, we could choose, for example, 130 or something like that. So for Bitcoin, as you can see, it was 200, and for Ethereum, still in 4 hours, it's about, let's say, 130. But a 200, as you can see, could also do the trick. Also notice that all the Sharpe ratios on the right, as you can see, are above 1, which indicate a good performance for our EMA price crossover strategy here. Now let's take a look at the 2-hour results. For Bitcoin, in front of our eyes here, the best length would be 250, something like that. There are another area which could be good, but I think the number of trades should not be so high, which is something that I don't want on this channel. I want a good amount of trades, a good number of occurrences to make sure we have a good statistical significance in our statistics, in our results here. So yeah, just let's keep this first area, which is not well defined, I agree, around maybe 200 for Bitcoin in 2 hours here. And for Ethereum, as you can see, it's about the same. We can particularly focus on this interval of EMA length between 230 and maybe 260 or something like that. So yeah, let's take 240, for example. So yeah, a slight difference between the best EMA length for the 2-hourly strategy here between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And to conclude the video, you can see here in black the same strategy in the daily time frame this time, applied on Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin at the same time. So 3 coins that we could have chosen in 2018. So we don't have the look ahead bias that we could have today, where we could have chosen, for example, Solana or one of the best coins of today. But no, if we had selected those coins, the performance would have been this one in black, so like 25x, as you can see, with quite a lot of drawdowns. But yeah, it just shows us that this EMA price crossover overall is a very good strategy. I just prefer personally the 4-hourly and the 2-hourly versions of it to get a good amount of trades and some statistical significance as well. So of course I continue to backtest all those strategies all the time in the premium member area. I have algorithms that run all the times on my servers, and they save the results, and I always apply a continuous selection of the best strategies that I then trade in a portfolio. I explore a lot of various strategies, usually indicator based, and then I apply the modern portfolio theory on it to find the right allocation for each, and then I really trade the portfolio using my robot trading system. And that's what I offer as well in the premium member area. So if you had some good value in this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel to hear from me in the next videos and to see the results of my future backtesting activity. See you and bye bye.